I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky, I'll be there. You know the song.
Of course.
Girl, did you know that song was a
Yeah.
country song first?
I
Yes,
can hear
ma'am.
it, I guess.
It's and
And
honestly,
I swear.
and the countries and whatever John whoever Montgomery whatever the fuck the country version, it
Oh,
slays
so it's
down.
like
It's
it's a cover. Okay.
like
Work.
the R&B version came out a year later. Anyway, welcome to
Wow.
Six Songs for everybody.
Welcome to Six Months where you get random music facts when you're supposed to be doing something else.
It just sometimes things come to my head and I follow my impulses. I follow my heart.
Listen, a great one once said, Britney Spears said, if you feel it, let it happen.
And I feel it. I feel it
And you let it
deep,
happen.
deep inside, deep down inside.
I
Oh,
feel it.
period.
Okay, welcome to Six Songs for. If you're new here, this is your new favorite music recommendation podcast, and we always start with a diva that we're going to debrief. So this episode's diva is the one, the only Mother Monster, Lady Gaga. Woo, yay! I'll
I'm
pause her
laughing.
up.
Yeah, applause for. You sure you can hear it? Probably there's probably like dogs, and this microphone is crazy.
Damn, I can't hear that.
This
Come on, new mics.
Yeah, season 2, new mics. There might be a new camera next episode, but we couldn't figure that out for the YouTube listeners. But hopefully for the audio people, the audio only listeners, let us know if there's any microphone issues, if I'm too loud, too soft, because this is a new microphone. We're trying to upgrade the budget, Henny. You heard that.
Let me up you.
But no, Mother Monster, Lady Gaga. Okay, so if I'm speaking honestly, right? I've
Please do.
never been a monster. I've always kind of very peripherally
You're a
enjoyed.
creature.
I like some of the Lady Gaga songs.
Right. But what the fuck does she know about cameras?
Right.
Okay.
To quote Voldemort.
That man. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these albums this was my first time listening to in complete. So I'm kind of excited.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like if we're gonna jump into it, the only
Yeah.
really Lady Gaga album that I had under my belt, knowing most of these songs, is "The Fame," which is the very first
Work.
one.
Okay.
Like,
Also, I just found these sunglasses. Maybe I should put them on because of the album cover.
boom.
Boom.
Which
I always
this,
thought it was her hand, but is it her hand? I don't know what that is. I think it's like a diamond.
I think it's like I don't know, but
Anyway.
this album, when I ran it back, I was like, I know all of these songs.
Hit after hit after hit. Mama. She
Like
came out swinging.
Hunger,
The thing about it is, before we get really into the album, I just want to say,
the
as
Hunger
a
Games.
general overall, right, as a general overall Lady Gaga thing, no shade to any of the other white girls. She's the number one white girl. It has been since she came out because there is no other white girl that is the artistry, the voice, the dancing, the concepts, the songs are all equal and they're top tier. I think
Mm-hmm.
Kid Fury kind of did this on kind of his read was this on the read, so but this came out, it's gonna come out way later than that. But long story short, Lady Gaga is the number one white girl, so stop acting like Taylor Swift is number one white girl, and stop acting like Taylor Swift is anywhere near Beyonce to be compared to her. If we're gonna compare Beyonce to any white person, it is Lady Gaga. And that is, I just wanted to get that disclaimer out, okay? She is number one white girl, okay? Thank you. Anyways.
What I'll say
Just
is
Dance.
that the strength of Lady Gaga is the fact that number one, it was the time that she came in where pop music still was it still felt like it was happening in real time as opposed to like being, I don't know, the social media, whatever. But like she came in with such a defined character, and something that I'm gonna talk about as we go through these albums is that how the Lady Gaga character shows up and how strongly it shows up in certain songs, and how I feel Miss Germanata, the actual person behind Lady Gaga, shows up in certain things and how they're like how they intersect. But I think that is so interesting that she came in. This entire album is literally like satire about the pop industry, about
Mm-hmm.
what was happening, but it's so smart and it's so genius. Just Dance literally inspired an entire game series. Like it's
Like,
that
let's talk about that.
powerful.
Like, Kesha has TikTok, Gaga has Just Dance.
Like, and the girls were just dancing. We were just dancing.
And I wish I still had a Wii.
I got a Wii somewhere in there.
Really?
For sure.
Okay.
Oh, baby, I still have my Wii. Let me. Anybody on Earth will get whooped in Wii table tennis. Wii Sports Resort, Wii table tennis
Oh, I
will
believe
get
that. I'm bad at that.
smoked. Anyway,
Work.
um,
Just Dance, it was my favorite Lady Gaga song. Genuinely, like, it low key it still might be. Like, it is
we'll get into my
just,
one of my
oh
what was
Jesus.
my
We'll get
favorite
there.
Lady Gaga song.
We was okay. T. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. But I think that Just Dance is a perfect song. I never skip it if it comes on. It is arguably one of the most iconic and best debut singles of
Literally
all time.
masterpiece.
It literally does something to me every time. Like, it's kind of like the same thing. Like, if you say your favorite Britney Spears song is Baby One More Time, like, it's like, she has other songs, but it's like, it's not even that. It's a great song.
You can't knock it because oh
It's,
baby baby.
you know what I'm saying? Do 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 da da do do. You know what I'm saying?
And the Britney debrief will be
Ooh,
fierce.
it's coming. It's coming this year, guys.
It'll
Don't
be
worry.
fierce.
But no, Just Dance featuring Colby O'Donis. Shout out to you. Hope you're well. Don't know what you're doing, but you ate this one little thing. Okay. Now let's talk about the
It
fact
only
that
takes one.
literally there is not a single skip on this album. I can't tell you one, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
If I had, no, I really can't. Like, from the top to the bottom, like this
It's a
five tra-
masterpiece.
I can't even say no. This 15 track run is gaggy. Like, Love Game, Disco Stick. Yeah.
Let's have
Yeah.
some fun. This beat is sick. Needn't I remind you, bitches? This beat right here that you're listening to is sick.
She sneezed on the beat and the beat got sick.
I live.
And her SNL performance of Love Game, when she had, did you ever see this, where she had that little fucking contraption that was like orbiting around her?
I think I've seen that, and I think I've seen it be referenced, like the circles. The
Yeah.
yes,
Gaggy. No one's doing that for SNL. You know what I'm saying?
but she's allowed to do that because the character is so strong and the brand is so strong. Like
Bangs. Anyway,
bang,
just
bang.
bangs. Paparazzi.
Now this is, I think, this might be my favorite song on this album. This might
Oh wow.
Paparazzi as a song, as a concept. This is like A plus tier
Yeah.
pop song.
Yeah.
Like
VMA
the idea,
performance.
the VMA performance, the I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me, going into literally how everybody on earth is in a parasocial relationship with somebody on the internet. Like it's so forward thinking, genius.
Yeah.
Genius song.
And for 2008, mind you, where social media hasn't even really done her big
You
one yet.
got MySpace, like it was at its purest. It had not been corrupted
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. I think we had YouTube as well. So yeah.
YouTube was sitting on the
Like a
toilet.
couple of years out. Yeah.
Now
Sitting on
flesh.
and wearing orange. Poker Face. All right.
I wanna. She said, "This ain't Texas. Ain't no."
She low key did. I want to say something also to that. Gaga did the country thing before Beyonce in a lot of different ways, but we'll get there in a second when we talk about Joanne. But
I definitely, I was gonna say the same thing.
because no
I feel like
shade,
she heard them demos and she was like, let me put on this hat real quick.
for real, she is she is an Italian woman from Brooklyn, New York, but that bitch is also country apparently. So,
We'll get there.
I want to hold them like they do in Texas, please. Hold him, let him hit me, baby.
Raise
Oh
it,
shit.
baby. Stay
Baby,
with me.
stay with me. I love it. Love game intuition. Also, all the stuff referential of this album, like she mentions other songs a lot, and I love that. And like, it's a fully baked concept album.
The fact that she had everybody talking about face fucking on the
How old were
radio
you? Because I just found
and
this out like last
nobody
year.
knew. Like, this is like, honestly, no shade.
They still don't know.
If you see Amy, I feel like that was controversial because it was a bit on the nose. Poker Face still is sliding on the radio. People today still do not know that she's saying "puh puh puh poker face, fuck her face."
Literally,
this song's about head, and people still don't
yeah.
know because it's just that good of a song.
I
Genius,
didn't know that until like last year, and I've listened to
genius.
this song countless times.
I loved it.
Of the two, my personal opinion of the two, Poker Face and Paparazzi, I prefer Poker Face. But it might
I'm a
just be because it
paparazzi
was.
stan a little bit.
That's okay. Listen, don't hate either of the songs, but if I had to
Yeah,
choose, whatever.
that's real.
Poker Face was iconically used in the Percy Jackson Lightning Thief movie in the scene where they're in the Lotus Casino. Changed the wiring of my brain. If you know, you know. Now I have to say, AA, Nothing Else I Can Say is probably my favorite song on this album.
Cherry, cherry, boom,
Boom
boom.
boom, gaga. No, it's just summertime in a song. Eh,
Hey.
I never meant to hurt you. Oh,
Bump, bump, bump,
eh,
bump, bump,
and I
bump,
felt
bump.
something, and I went, I don't even know how to describe this song. It's perfect. It's perfect. The video is perfect.
It's a little
The fucking
island. Don't you love the
yeah,
island?
I do
Island
love the
guy.
island. The island. I do have an entire playlist called the White Island of white people making island songs. Let me make sure I add this. If you want it, I can link it in the description below. Um, Ain't nothing else I can say. That song means so much to me. Like if that song was somehow wiped from the face of the earth, like I would go to the ends of the earth to find it. Like beautiful and dirty, dirty, rich, rich, dirty, dirty, beautiful and dirty, dirty, rich. Bitch, I can slap you right now. Bang bang. Also, let's get into the production.
I'm gonna say this a lot, but like a lot of the sounds of these of her albums sound like the epitome of the time period that they came out. Like this
Mm-hmm.
sounds like 2008, but
Mm-hmm.
like
But in a good way.
I'm not cringing. Like there are
Yeah.
certain things that sound 2008, and I'm like, ooh,
This sounds
right.
like 2008 because she defined 2008. Beautiful Dirty Rich, incredible song. Need to hear it more in the club. Like, just incredible, incredible. I can't, there's nothing else I can say.
Hey, hey.
The Fame, incredible song.
Already have been mentioned on this podcast.
Fame,
Fabulous.
doing it
David
for
Bowie,
fame.
funky.
This
This
is the
is
life of the rich and famous. That was very much giving like her first, like, I want to be on Broadway. You know, like,
screaming.
Money Honey. This one always gets me because it's to me it sounds like Just Dance a little bit when it's like low key. It's okay, it's fine. But love the song. Starstruck. I have been bumping this song just
History.
organically outside of this podcast already. Like if you look at my Apple Music replay right now, it's probably like top 10. Her first rap song. Get into it.
You and
Get into
rap.
it. Listen. And then flavor. This is a rap song featuring Flo Rida.
I mm, I love that you believe that.
Period. Let's end it there. Um, but Starstruck is probably like my second favorite song on this whole album.
No, fabulous. The beat also sick. Like full of sick beat. She went to studio and dropped some beats.
Got your Dre headphones. Gag it, cause let's not forget
Baby, the product
Beats by
placement
Dre.
was very real. Like it was like propaganda. Like we were being
Yeah.
propagandized into.
Want to scratch me back and forth, back and forth. Put your hands on my waist, put the fader, running back with original flavor. Hit the breakdown first, hop into the chorus to the verse, reverse. Rapping! The double entendres, mama. The double entendres.
And make that a double entendre. Word! That's the best joke in any movie ever. Like they named that girl Entendre just for that joke. If you know, you know.
I don't know. What is that from?
Jackie's back.
Work.
I don't know where she's been. I don't know where she's at. All I know is Jackie's back.
Summer Boy, underrated.
History. No, this is my second favorite song on this album. This
Well,
is
yes.
this is excellent. This is
Yeah.
summertime. Like this is.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna play with you, and you're not. Don't get used to this. I love it.
It's perfect. And it's so sad that it's like the second to last song on the album. My only qualm, I guess not even qualm. I would just sequence this album differently. But that's just me. Because why is Disco Heaven the last damn song on the damn album? My third favorite song on this album. Oh, Disco Heaven. It's so sexy to me. Like, I love it. I'm sorry. I just do. I love it so much. The blonde wigs. I think it's interesting that her persona is blonde because, as we know, they love to sexualize blondes. Brunettes always get the short end of the stick. Blonde pop stars are usually.
Blondes have more fun. You
Exactly.
flew too high off of the ground. Oh my
Oh my God,
God!
it's been 20
R.I.P.
minutes.
R.I.P. Dolly Parton's
Oh,
husband. Oh my gosh!
Carl. No, like actually, like for real.
Legendary. Dolly, I
I'm
love
so
you.
so sorry. Like R.I.P.
Moving on to The Fame Monster, which is the deluxe version of The Fame, which is 8 new songs and then the same 15 from the first album. Which I feel like the 8 songs released on their own, just The Fame Monster by itself, the new 8 songs, that stands as a project on its own with, I feel like,
Yeah,
equally iconic songs as The Fame.
absolutely. All
Like,
of them, actually. That's the crazy
like
part.
really, like early Gaga was like machete chopping bitches with the like.
And the dark wig was on. Okay, this was Mayhem first. Bad Romance, one of the best pop songs ever made. Argue with your mom. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, this now I'm once again wasn't a monster, but this video was something I was familiar with. This was something like was
Bob.
like very much
From a
everywhere.
really from early on, she was talking about her relationship to the industry and the music industry specifically, and the effects that it has on her and just women in general. Because Bad Romance is not talking about like a man, and she's talking about the industry, and she's talking about making it in the music industry. And it's very obvious when you watch the video. One of the best bridges of all time. We're still measuring the effects of this song. You know what I'm saying? Like
Iconic.
years later. It is iconic.
Everybody was there. You know this song.
Yeah, everyone knows this song. Bitches in Sri Lanka know this song. Okay,
Pull
like
up in the Sri
everybody.
Lanka. What?
What? Like this is a hit in every sense of the word. I know that we are young, and I know that you may love me, but I just can't be like with you like this anymore, Alejandro. Yeah. One
Ale.
thing she gonna do is gonna talk on the song.
Word.
Okay.
The Grace Jones print. Speechless took my breath
Perfect.
away. I feel like less of the Lady Gaga character. We got a bit of Miss Germanata because it's not.
Cheek to cheek.
Yeah, literally like her just propensity for theater and just weird shit, but like not in like this pop scale, but it's just like kind of stripped down, rocky. I enjoy when Lady Gaga kind of just rips into a song and just kind of screams. This I feel like is a first real example of her just like not
Singing.
being, yeah, just singing, not being Lady Gaga the pop icon character, but just showing that she can just carry a song just by, being her. The
Yeah.
adult contemporary girls, the Adeles of the world, should be very scared that or should be very grateful, excuse me, that she chose the pop route because she could have just sang down some ballads in a dress and would have been fine. Like I feel like,
Exactly.
yeah,
And
uh,
Brown Eyes on the Fame is kind of her first like she didn't go as hard as Speechless, but she is kind of just singing
yeah,
on that song. Now, Telephone.
it's never gonna happen, y'all. Telephone Part 2 is never happening.
I
What?
need y'all to let it
It's
go.
we are like get the fuck real, like we love Beyonce and we love Lady Gaga, but it would be a favor for Beyonce to do Telephone Part 2. Nobody's asking for Video Phone Part 2 except for me. I'm the only one
My
asking for
thing
Video
is
Part
no
2.
shade.
And if she doesn't
I
do
think
something with Video Phone, for the Cowboy Carter tour, I feel like that would be a missed opportunity. But like we got Telephone Part 2, and that's Video Phone. Like,
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like y'all didn't get it. Video phone was the part 2. Like, duh. Like, what do you mean?
yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. But history was made on both ends. Boy, the way you blowing up my phone won't make me leave no fucking faster. Or put my coat on faster, or leave my girls no faster. What the fuck?
I should have left this fucking phone at home because this is a disaster. Calling like a collector. Baby, I cannot answer. Also, sometimes I feel like I'm in a central station. No,
Beyonce had to be like, okay, we got the vocal down, run it back. We gonna add these layers. She's so ignorant. How there's significantly just more stacks on hers just because she's Beyonce. She's Destiny Child Beyonce. There's gonna be stacks on her vocals because duh.
Also, like Beyonce don't be doing features like that.
Station. You're like, what?
Yeah, like she just had to.
Cause I beat that, son. That's like 8 people right there. Cause I beat that. Like I live.
She is so extra. I love it. And Lady Gaga is also a Beyonce stan. Like, duh. You can tell just in general, but like
she was keeping up with her in the Video Phone video. She was kind of now
the
Beyonce was
like she wasn't.
The Beyonce was slaying her down a little bit, but like, come on now, she's keeping up with Lady Gaga, and her first album came out like a year ago. Like,
no, like
that's what's
skaggy.
Let's be crazy. Like Lady Gaga came on the
Beyonce
scene.
Feature.
Yeah, she got on the scene.
Beyonce feature first album
a year later. Beyonce, like, come on, like Miss
like
Thing.
Real recognize real, and Beyonce said, "Oh, okay, white girl." Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once again, and then she took. Speaking of Beyonce, Cowboy Carter once again with "Show Me Your Teeth." She's giving a little bit of country rootin' tootin' fresh and fruity. You know what I'm saying?
Literally,
like she's giving that fantasy. I live.
No, yeah, I don't know what trip to Texas inspired Gaga, but thank God.
She loves like a little guitar-y moment. I think Lady Gaga sounds great on guitars. We'll get there, but before we get there, we have to talk about Born This Way.
We do,
because
that's history.
Now this gagged me. This was an album. I feel like at this point, because of course I feel like my listening at this time was more geared toward Beyonce because, you know, for the listeners, I pointed to my skin color. This album is fabulous.
Down boots, girl. 3 for 3, no shade. Well, 2 for 2 in a way, but 3 for 3 really.
Yeah, 2.5 for 2.5. I don't know.
I guess.
Whatever.
I don't know. It's like a lot of SOS situation, bitch. That's a whole nother album.
I'm gonna marry the night.
Also, the video.
I don't know the video.
Oh, baby. It's like 10 minutes long. But she gave us like a whole short film. And at the end of it, she has on her hand, it says Interscope Records someday and like sometime. And that was like the time of her meeting when she got signed. And it's basically like a shortened, condensed version of like her life up until this point, basically.
Word. I love I love a short film.
It's gaggy. And like the song doesn't even start until like 7 minutes in. Like it's gaggy. Yeah. Like
I want to say just this opening song on this album, we get a peek into like how her sound is growing, because at first it was very much like electro disco inspired. Now we're like hard. These synthesizers are like brassy and icy and just like it's energetic and electric. Like the bubble is expanding, and Lady Gaga, as her star grows, this energy and this excitement is just like you can feel the like it's
the heart
like it's ramping up, like you can feel like how the music is ramping up with her career. Like it's fabulous.
Her on this damn motorcycle. I live
Born This Way. And girl,
Tamar Braxton, we speak your name.
The Tamar Braxton debrief. Baby, he must have a ding-a-ling of gold. Like, diva beyond compare. But let's talk about how The girls were not being like, it's okay to be gay. Like, it's literally chill.
And said the
Especially
words gay.
gay, straight, transgender, bi. Now she did slide Orient in there, and like now when I went and listened back, I said, "Oh, did she?"
I said, wait a minute.
I said, "Oh,
Oh,
okay."
okay.
I said, "Oh, period."
You're Lambanese, you're Ori.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that's the same as being transgender, but like,
Right.
but that I lived. That's
Okay.
not, but it was revolutionary. Like
It
it's
was.
because still to this day, like the girls, I feel like are still scared to be like, it's okay to be gay in the way that this was, and for the fact being that this was such a huge hit, iconic.
Iconic. The fact that this is like low key the origin of so many people's coming outs. Like for real, like on some real shit. Like Bowen Yang literally just talked about it on his podcast with Lady Gaga. Like,
Really,
yes, like this past week. Like
Eh,
he told her that like Born This Way came out and like it helped him come out, and like I know people who this is the same thing. Like it just is what it is.
yeah,
And like if you think about it, until that moment, what other song except for I'm Coming Out, Diana Ross,
true.
was as blatantly like it's okay to be gay, you know?
I don't know.
I can't
Comment
really think of
below.
a
Let us know. Email us at Six
you're
on
so gay and you
Explorer.
don't even like
I'm
boys.
hollering.
Wasn't doing it, mama. Um no, but we all know Born This Way. But yes, Tamar Braxton did sing the background vocals of Born This Way. Because Lady Gaga's manager at the time was Vincent Herbert, and that was Tamar Braxton's husband at the time.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Good TV.
Judas.
Judah. The music, once again, is so 2012, but it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't sound dated. Like, I feel like it's
No.
so good still.
Also, she directed this video, and there's a conversation happening on Twitter right now, which will obviously be gone by the time this comes out. But still worth saying that people are like, because people are saying Taylor Swift directed her on, da, 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 da. And I keep comparing her to Taylor Swift because in the context of white girls, like you like it or not, Taylor Swift is one of the biggest white musicians of all time. But people were like, Taylor's the first person to direct. Da, 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 da. Girl, shut the fuck up. Gaga directed Judas. Mariah Carey directed Fantasy. Like, shut the fuck up. Taylor Swift is not the first to do anything. Let's clock that, okay? Anyways,
Girl, she's
Judas.
definitely not the first to be mid, and she won't be the last.
Hello. But Judas, she was sacrilegious, babe. The girls don't want to be sacrilegious no more.
Madonna was literally burning crosses in the Like a Prayer video. She was burning crosses in the background and dancing with her titties out.
This is why she got the
Life
Madonna.
is like, come on now. I live.
This is why she got the Madonna comparisons, because they're both sacrilegious as fuck.
Yeah.
And
here's the thing: we have to do a Madonna Diva debrief at some point because the buffet the impact is there. Like, Mama was working, and we got this.
The thing about Gaga is beyond the gimmicks, beyond the wigs, beyond the sounds, the like electronic sounds, there is a voice. Mama can sing. You sit her on the fucking. That's why she reminds you every time she gets, when you see her at fucking concert, she gets on that piano and she sings the fucking slowed down version of Born This Way. She's gonna say, "No, baby, you're gonna. I'm beautiful in my way, cause God makes no mistake." Like,
here's the thing. I think that Lady Gaga be coming out, or like it'd be consuming her, and I feel like a lot of the I feel like a lot of her choices that have become so. It's like Michael Jackson sang differently, but then he eventually became the he guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you develop a brand and you develop a sound, and that's kind of like what it is.
Yeah. Think about this album. She's singing, screaming, mind you. Like, that's my song.
This was my first time listening to this album all the way through, and this was fun.
She was very much Love Is Love on this era. Okay, she's loving all her gay friends. She's everyone's loving. Everyone's happy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we gonna get a Kumbaya song. Yeah. Okay.
People was getting them ugly ass equal sign tattoos. Shout out to all of y'all. I love y'all. No shade.
And shout out to the girls who got the semicolons. If you know, you know. I remember that. And the anchor and the infinity sign. Period. I don't speak German, but I can if you like.
Mark.
She said, I'm just gonna say a bunch of non-German words.
And I live.
It takes me out every time. And it's awfully Slayer and like gag it,
Control it.
gag it. And I know the little German monsters go up, and I know they do. Cause she ate that so bad. If you eat hard enough, the bitches won't care. That's why Gwen Stefani went unscathed for so long. I'm trying to tell y'all. I have to talk about Bad Kids. PSA, PSA, PSA. I need the hardcore monsters. I mean the monsters that have met Lady Gaga. What the fuck? On Bad Kids, it sounds like she's saying, "You're still insecure if you're a." I can't say the word. Can you say it for me, please? The F word.
Faggot.
Yes. It sounds like she's saying it. Literally, listen to it again. I swear to God, I have been going crazy because I was just listening to this like I was listening, but I was doing something else, and I literally was like, "Wait a minute," because it sounds like she's saying, you're still good to me if you're a baby." And I think it's a poker face situation where she said "Bad Kids" because she wanted it to sound like that word, and I genuinely believe that's what she wanted. Like, because it is
Hmm.
too similar, and the song is literally about like being
Faggots.
okay with being gay, like pretty much. Like,
Like.
I'm telling you, everyone, I'm sorry because now that's all you're gonna hear. But like, I have been going crazy because I've been trying to figure out if this is serious, like if that was intentional or not. And if it's not intentional, that is so funny. But it has to be. It has to be. It is too similar. Let us know in the
Speaking of
comments,
speaking
please.
of blondes calling people faggots, I've recently started watching. Do you remember this show, Tabitha's Salon Takeover?
Who is that? No.
What? Oh, okay.
Listen.
Very quick aside. Australian diva Tabitha Coffee, hairdresser and salon takeover extraordinaire. This bitch in the intro of this show says the secret to turning a struggling salon into a successful one is 1 week with me. Bitch, I live. She got on the
Okay.
show. I watched the show. She got on the show and she caught this. She said to this dude who owned the salon, he was like, "You are the most insecure, chauvinistic, something something faggot I have ever met." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." So I hope
Okay,
Lady
I may have to
Gaga
watch it.
was calling y'all faggots because you know what? It's okay
I
to be
really
one.
think she was. I really think she
It's
was.
okay to
And
be
I'm
one.
like, no shade. Y'all not gonna be able to convince me that she wasn't trying to say that. Because I have literally been asking people, and everyone's like, some people are like, I hear it, and some people are like, I don't think so. But I'm like, I need confirmation from Mother herself. And she'd be on TikTok. So hopefully if we clip this, she'll say us. Cause well, she's not gonna say either way, I need somebody to confirm it. I'm serious.
Let me ask you a
Heavy
question.
metal lover. Mhm.
Okay, you go ahead. What's heavy metal
Oh, well,
lover?
no, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna
I
say?
was gonna ask you, are you on the edge? The edge.
Oh, I
The
am, but we're not there
edge.
yet.
The
Heavy
edge.
metal lover.
The
The
edge.
edge.
The edge. The
Heavy metal
edge.
lover. Heavy metal lover is a very important song to me. I love that song. You and I. That was my favorite Lady Gaga song. Like in like middle school. Like whenever. Like that song means a lot to me. And if y'all really real, if y'all listen to the radio, they used to edit it to whatever state you were in. So when she has Nebraska, Nebraska, it on the Arkansas radio, it would say Arkansas, Arkansas, I love
Really?
you. Hand to God. And it was so weird to me because I was always like, what? Like, because I knew that it said Nebraska, but then I would be like, am I having a stroke? Like, why does it sound like she's saying Arkansas? And then I found out that they apparently did that for all the states.
Good for her.
I don't know if she re-recorded it or if like I don't really know. But
Or
comment
what?
below
They
if
used
you
AI
heard
in 2012?
maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know.
They might have had
It
it.
really because it sounded very honestly that would be cut if she recorded 50 versions of the song. Now, shout out to what's her name, Michaela. That's what you were saying. The girl says deliver. She also did this one too.
Oh, no. I was just singing the song. I don't.
Oh no, she also has this. the the It's like the same video, but it's this song.
Oh, word. I've never seen that one.
Um,
No, are you? I love this song.
I'm on the edge of glory. Hell yeah. And it's also kind of like such a perfect way to end the album because it's almost similar to "Marry the Night" in the way that it starts, like boom.
And she's on the edge of the album.
Right. And singing. Yeah, no, this album is perfect.
Singles. And once again, this
Singles boots.
down.
I'm curious to see what your thoughts on art pop are because you said that. So this is your first time listening to it. I'm assuming.
I feel like I listened to it when it came out, but this is my first time listening to it in a while. I enjoy Art Flop. I think that
I
it's,
loved it.
to me, it's just an expansion of where she was already going with Born This Way in terms of
Yeah.
sound. No, I do think that Aura being originally Burka is crazy. I do think,
What?
babe, you didn't know that?
Behind your burqa?
Behind the babe, yes, you didn't know that?
No.
You didn't know that? What? Yes, bitch. And she says Burka in the song, don't she?
Wait, I might have known that, but I
Yeah, she
forgot.
said Burka at one point, but like that's the original concept, and then the little that's why that noise is in there. Yes, um, but that's crazy.
Wait, that's crazy. I love her.
I do think of every time I think of art pop, I do think of her tweeting that R. Kelly's on this album and he sounds great, and then somebody replying at Lady Gaga, stop working with black people. Oh, so
They gotta have tea though.
that's an art pop memory I have, but I do love this.
I love it. It's great.
Guy
Venus, incredible.
is one of my favorite Lady Gaga songs.
Incredible, incredible song, incredible video. That blonde bust down,
I'm
mama.
gonna say the word me before calling somebody a faggot.
But no, Venus, rocket number 9, take me off to your planet, to the planet,
Venus.
Venus.
Yeah. See, once again, a lot of it, like the Lady Gaga isms are becoming strong. She's
Yeah,
becoming, this is like,
I can't help it when I'm feeling.
yeah, like it's,
Gotta some love and make me do your Venus. She can't help but sing. That's the gag. She could be singing fucking ABC 1 2 3, and she gonna add a like she just sings.
you know,
Take me to your planet. Take me to your planet. Take me to your Venus.
it's the
Venus.
shoulders. It's them shoulders are working overtime. I
Ooh,
live. You
I
got
like that.
Ti, Too Short,
Too short
and
and
Twista
twist.
on Jules and Drugs.
No, it's actually the fact that you got all three of them.
Literally, like it's just, you know what? Hell
Period.
yeah,
Hell yeah,
hell
bitch.
yeah.
This is so no. This era. This is her bangers era. If
Yeah,
you think about it,
I mean,
that's when
yeah.
she worked with all the blacks. No shade.
Did has she ever appropriated us yet? Has she done that
Goo
yet?
goo.
Yeah. Would you? I think a Gaga R&B era would kind of eat.
Oh, down. I don't think she has though. Like in terms of like her sound and like the way she looks.
Yeah,
Not really.
giving us a yeah,
Mm-mm,
giving us
not
a.
really.
When
The
life
most she's done is
gives
just collab with black
me.
people. So
Oh, well, that's not enough.
I'm trying to think. If she has, comment below. But if
No cornrows, no damn. Where
I
Gaga?
don't think
Period.
so. No, she did have. Apparently, there is a picture of her with dreads that I had never
What was
seen
she doing it
until like
for?
I don't know. I
Okay,
read
I
it just
was
been like a red carpet or something. Like I really don't remember. I saw
word.
it like randomly on Twitter, and I was like, when did she have dreads? The
Yeah,
fuck.
I don't.
Anyways,
I don't think of Gaga as a blackfisher, so I would wonder what that what that looks like.
that is a white girl from Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, listen, they be
Um,
white girls from everywhere.
our pop, our pop, our pop.
When I listened to I was walking around in a flea market when I was listening to this, and I was like, "Art pop the song." I was like, "This feels kind of like very somber." Like I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I remember feeling sad. I was like, I feel like this. I don't remember this album being or like this moment being
It
sad, but it was like
it
it feels
kind of
like
has a melancholy moment,
yeah.
sure.
It gives it gave that song gave me like sad for some reason. I was like, okay, work, Gaga,
Yeah,
and the fact that it was like the titular track, I was like,
right,
interesting, especially given
right.
where we eventually end up going. But there's I like that. I think that that's Miss Germanata coming out.
Exactly. She can't help but come out.
Because Lady Gaga, what we fail to realize is that what people love about Lady Gaga is the fact that that is a character. And it's a very well
Mm-hmm.
constructed character. It's a very well executed character. But it's not a character that she can be all the time. I feel like that's the case with most musicians, but especially in Lady Gaga's case, who became
Yeah,
like
yeah.
such a like satirizing and making fun of the pop industry to become one of the main contenders in it, and like that switch. Like, I
Mhm.
wonder what that's like mentally for her to like
I feel like this is why
be from
art
the
pop.
outside looking in and then be on the inside looking out.
I feel like art pop is to me the merging of Stephanie and Lady Gaga, and I feel like this is the most like convoluted that we got. I feel like this was Lady Gaga and Stephanie kind of being so mixed up she didn't know what was what, because art and pop culture, now art and pop culture is in me. Like I think it's like this album is kind of like it's Lady Gaga when she doesn't even know who Stephanie is anymore, you know?
It's the height
Like
of her fame, and the bubble
yeah,
popped for sure.
exactly, exactly. You know what's so funny? I feel like everyone didn't like this album because they felt like it was very avant-garde and like just kind of weird and like, but it really isn't. Like that's what's so funny to me. It's like it doesn't even sound like that crazy of songs. People just weren't used to it at the
Yeah.
time, but like it aged very well in my
From
opinion.
my perspective, and I don't remember being too into this when it came out, but it sounds just like once again the same sonic direction that we were already heading to. It's less disco, it's more Euro dance, harsh synths.
Yeah, not
Um,
soft, you
not at
know.
all.
And
Which
I think that's probably why
I
people didn't like
enjoyed
it.
this. I loved um
Donatella.
Donatella, the drums in that.
Donatella.
Like
Yeah.
these are fabulous songs.
I don't even really want to talk about the R. Kelly of it all. She didn't need that man on that song. Did he write the song? Like, why was he on it?
Oh,
Comment
God
below.
only knows.
God only knows what I'd be without you, Chad. Then she said, I think that's what I mean. Like, when I say that, like, she got so lost in the character of Lady Gaga, girl, she had to go make a fucking jazz album with Tony Bennett. She had to go find herself again
She said the
because
block is hot.
the block is high.
The
Art
block is
pop
too hot.
flopped. The girls hated her. Now, I will say, I did not listen to Cheek to Cheek. I don't think I've
I
ever listened to it.
I completely forgot about it.
Me too. But shout out to Tony Bennett, RIP. Love the cover though. She looks fab. She looks so fab. And she can sing. And I'm like, no shade. I should listen to it because if you want to just album of her singing, just no frills, just classic. I mean, I know people that like this is one of their favorite Lady Gaga albums because if you like Broadway and if you like jazz, and I know I talk a lot about jazz and I didn't listen to it, I'm sorry. But this is the album for you. She has something for everybody. Now let's talk about the diva, the doll, Joanne.
I won't say the diva the doll, but I have been the direct beneficiary of a lot of slack and slander for the past few years because for a long time, Joanne, not the album, but the song Joanne was my favorite Lady Gaga song. Like the one that stood on top of the pile.
I didn't know this is not your favorite Lady Gaga song anymore.
Not anymore, but I love the way she sounds on this song. It's so beautiful. It's so emotional. It's directly related to somebody. I think it's interesting that she's playing a different character on this album as opposed to the Lady Gaga character. I think that if I understand correctly, this is like
I think so.
her
She got lost in
embodying
the
her
desert or
aunt
something.
or something like that. Is that correct?
I
And
don't think so.
it's
I think it's more so a tribute to her
yeah.
than her embodying it.
It
Her.
doesn't necessarily feel like it feels like Lady Gaga. A lot of these songs feel like Lady Gaga, but it doesn't feel like Lady Gaga being the Lady Gaga character. Although it sounds like Lady Gaga music, but I've loved the way that she sounds on the chorus of the song. I think that's one of her best choruses. I love this song. And the girls dragged me, and you know what? I stand for what I stand for. I love Ice Spice,
No,
and everybody
I
hates
just
on
think
her.
it's
So
Listen, I just thought it was hilarious. Like I just think it's like someone who understands you being someone who understands like music and like all the things. It's just funny to me that your favorite Lady Gaga song is that, but or was that.
that's my shit.
And it's a great song. It's just random and it's funny to me.
She said,
I'm gonna
"This
say
ain't
something crazy,
Texas."
just like you. This low key might be my favorite Gaga album besides The Fame.
That's a solid argument. I don't think this album is bad.
The monsters hate this album.
Do
Fun
they
fact.
really?
Oh yeah, they can't. They don't like.
I enjoyed this.
I think the girls have come around posts because it's almost been 10 years, which is insane. But
Ooh,
like
holy God!
I know, but like, 'cause I looked at that 2016. My God, mama.
Different
Okay.
time, babe.
But at the time, the girls hated it, and this is so funny because this is the album that actually made me go back and become a Little Monster. Because I first listened to this in college, like I guess like a couple months or a year after it came out, because Austin is a Gaga stan and was obsessed with this album. And the first song besides like the singles that I had heard was "Hey Girl" because Austin was obsessed with that song, and so and I already know. But that was like the first song I heard, and then I went back.
Well,
I
since
went
we're
back
here,
and
since we're here, I have to talk about it because I
okay,
listened to the
fine.
album in sequence. Girl, I was so impressed because once again, I listened to this album at work, so like the songs are just playing,
Okay.
and I'm like, I'm gonna get the titles and shit later. I was so impressed. I loved the 70s esque chord progression. Once again, I love it when Lady Gaga gets raw and real and like not blah 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 catty catty cat. And then I hear this
Your
agitating,
favorite girl.
degrading. Like I was like, no fucking way. Is Florence and her machine on this fucking song wailing and wobbling and oh god. It's a good song, but I'm just like if I was her, I would not have been. I would not have accepted being washed. And then there was taking turns. I would not have accepted being washed after every verse I sang. Like I would not stand up for that. I would tell my manager, "You are trying to set me up. I think this is a setup. I don't trust none of y'all. Everybody's getting fired because why would you try to embarrass me like this?" But
No, what's so funny is that okay, so you need to watch Lady Gaga's documentary 5'2" when
that's
she
the
had
name
to
of it.
cancel the Joanne.
That's
Yes.
so cute.
Uh she had to cancel the part of the Joanne tour because her hip injuries.
Oh
And
no.
it's like kind of like about that. And there is a scene where her and Florence are singing the song. So you can see them recording it. It's a really great documentary. Just in general. And like a really peek into her life at the time
Mm-hmm.
because she was going through a lot of pain. Girl, the hips. She had to have a hip. I'm pretty sure I don't think she's ever said it, but I'm like, she had to have had hip replacement surgery because the bitch it was acting like she never gonna dance again. My issue
I'll
with this
never dance again. Sorry.
right. Well, okay. My issue with this album for a long time was the fact that I didn't like that she didn't start the album with AO because it literally says "Here we go," but that's just a personal choice. But it's fine. John Wayne, "Dancing in Circles," "Perfect Illusion." That little 3-track run, fierce.
I got to throw Million Reasons in there. I love Million Reasons.
Go in. I was gonna talk about that separate because it's like a different sonic situation. But John Wayne, girl, she said we're gonna be a rock star. Okay. There's also a music video that I didn't see until like last year. Dancing in circles, we're masturbating, babe. Touch yourself.
She
Touch
Bop.
yourself, she said. Perfect Illusion. I actually have to say, I think this is one of the best pop songs ever created, and
I
it gets
remember not
dust.
liking this song when it came out, and then listening to it again, I was like, "This is a fabulous fucking song."
Mark Ronson, you did your big one, okay? Because he produced it. I'm pretty sure.
Work. I didn't know that.
Um,
And look,
it wasn't love. It was a perfect
it's a
illusion.
it's a good song. It's a really good
That is
song.
a that is a it, but she had that video. She had that ponytail, and she was flipping it around. Bitch, no, she really was. She literally was like, I was like, bitch, okay.
Work.
And she was in the middle of the desert. Like, y'all will not slander Perfect Illusion. The little
This ain't
monsters really hate
Texas.
Joanne. This ain't Texas, bitch. And shut the fuck up. Perfect Illusion / Joanne as a whole is great, okay? And I need the little monsters to get over the fact that she went to Texas, okay? Or probably really Arizona. Like, she was like in the desert. I don't know why she had a cowboy hat.
She
Anyway,
probably
whatever.
fucking went to Joshua Tree.
Anyways, million reasons.
Adult temporary girls be fucking where? That could be your neck. That could have been you. Literally, maybe my third favorite Lady Gaga song.
Gag it. That's
I
fine.
love I love how she sounds.
Give me a
Mel
million reasons to
I
know.
literally think it's just straightforward. One of the most beautiful melodies that she sings, just straightforward melodies. I feel like anybody could sing this song and it would be beautiful. That is,
Please.
of course, she slayed it, but I just think that in terms of a song, fucking love Million Reasons.
Incredible. And also just the message of the song, like it's a beautiful song. Beautiful song. Also, Do you remember the song that she made whenever like Me Too was happening? The Till It Happens to You. Do you remember
No,
that
I
song?
don't. I
It
don't.
like for some reason that song always gave me a million reasons. Like they're kind of like sisters to me. Till it happens to you. Till it happens to you. Yeah. Yeah. She gonna talk about a moment, mama. She
Mm.
gonna talk about some social justice, okay? Why do we gotta tell each other how to live? The only prisons that exist are the ones we put each other in.
Which is real.
We have to remember this was 2016, okay, everyone? Trayvon Martin had just happened. Um,
Was that in 2016?
no, but I it's important to note because Angel Down is about Trayvon Martin.
Is it really?
Yes.
Hmm.
Fun fact. I didn't know that until like way later, but yeah, apparently that was her song about Trayvon Martin, which is hey T whatever. Okay. Um, but I think that she was just like I said, and that's why I mentioned the "Till It Happens to You" song. She was very much socially conscious and making commentaries on
The
that
girls
through
were
her music.
Hillary Clinton down in
Boots,
2016.
I'm with her.
Beyonce
Okay,
was on that stage. She was
pregnant as hell
bucking on that fucking stage for Hillary Clinton. I love
and
it.
still lost. Maybe next time Beyonce stay at home because both times you've endorsed somebody and they've lost
And you really didn't have to, sweetie.
at
You could
all.
have shut the fuck up. Like,
Anyway, Grigio Girls. How do you feel?
I
Did
think
you listen to
it's
the deluxe? Okay.
um yeah, Grigio Girls was on the one I listened to.
All the
I think that's
pain
very.
of
I think it was a little
Grigio.
head ass, but I thought it was very funny.
Yeah,
I
it
I,
was.
I
It's
like I appreciated it for what it was. I think it's like girl, just you and your girls coming together and drinking wine. Like, and I don't think it need to
yeah.
be nothing more serious than that. Like, I think it's perfect.
It's a deluxe. Like it was for the. It was cute. It was for the girls.
The
Whatever.
Grigio
Just another
girls,
day.
the Grigio
Right.
dolls.
The girl. So Joanne happens, and it was nominated for a few Grammys. Lost to Ed Sheeran for Best Pop Vocal Album. Literally, it was Gaga. It was Joanne by Lady Gaga. It was Rainbow. Oh my god, sorry. It had it had like there were all female albums, and I think even Lemonade question mark was nominated. It was like a bunch of great female albums, and then that one Ed Sheeran fucking nom, and he won out of all them
Is this
fucking
Shape of You?
girls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They should have been thankful to be nominated. Girl, he was taking that home.
yeah. You're like no.
Everybody the girls nationwide, internationally were living. Now I'm not even gonna
I
lie. Ed
know.
Sheeran had me for a little bit before that. The Orange Plus album, the 18, he had me then.
I know.
Good
I
for
know.
him.
I
Shout out to Ed
know.
Sheeran. But yeah,
I
the
know. It just was so. It just
after
pisses me
Joanne,
off.
we get into A Star Is Born. She does the movie thing. She fell off. She did a couple
Shallow.
movies. She did the things.
Shallow though. The thing
Yeah.
is, I forgot. I forgot. I didn't even remember that that song existed until I went to a Mayhem listening party and that came on, and I was like, "Oh yeah, she fully did have this song that
Yeah.
she won a Grammy for."
Yeah.
That I
Oh,
completely
did
forgot
she win
about.
a Grammy for it?
Boots, bitch. She is the first person to win a BAFTA, a Golden Globe, and a Grammy in 1 year for that movie and that song.
Right.
Yeah, it was serious, and she got nominated for an Oscar for that song.
Good for
She
her.
didn't win that though.
I have you seen the movie?
Yes, I have.
How what'd you
I
think?
loved it.
No.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, it's good actually. I feel like there was a reason why it was a hit, girl. It was a really good movie. She did an incredible job acting. I think like the soundtrack itself, I do not revisit, but there was a time where I was bumping, "Why did you do that? Do that? Do that? Do that? Do that to me?"
I don't
So
know what you're talking
in the movie, she has like she has an SNL performance, and she has this random ass pop song that like in the whole thing, most of it is very like Broadway,
In A Star
whatever.
Is Born?
In A Star Is Born, the character Allie Main goes to SNL, and her husband Jackson is like, "You're gonna make this pop song," and she's like, "Okay." And she has this orange wig on,
Okay,
and
so
she
this
sings
is her
this.
Love You Hate You. This is her On a Roll. This is her
Literally, yes, that.
work.
And it was supposed to be like to symbol like this terrible pop song she didn't want to sing, but the song is great. I don't know.
I,
Why did you keep touching me like that? It's like her Lady Gaga song in the back the
no,
era.
literally, like, why do they try to make a bad pop song to prove a point and then end up slaying the rest of the soundtrack? Like, what?
No, dead ass. Like that's the song I'm gonna click before Shallow. No shade. That era I lived, I feel like she looked gorge, honestly, that whole era. And I was really happy for her because she's always wanted to be an actress. And she got all the things. I feel like that low key, because the girls didn't really give a fuck about Joanne. Like the monsters didn't even like it. So it's like she also had to cancel the tour. Like she was down bad. She was really down bad. So then she kind of took a moment away from music for a while. Then she did this. And I feel like A Star Is Born almost helped her find her way back to herself in a way, because I mean, if you think about it, she went from art pop to cheek to Joanne. Like she kind of has just been going all over the fucking place, and I feel like she needed to have a break from music to focus on acting to make Chromatica.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about Chromatica slash Dawn of Chromatica?
I'm going to be real. Um, I listened to it when it came out. I did not finish it this time because it bored me.
Yeah,
I stopped at, I
excuse me.
think, Fun Tonight, and I stopped living. But I remember from my first listen and from my general knowledge that Replay is a
The best
fabulous
song.
song.
I would say
It's the song.
personally, looking back on it and everything as a whole, besides all the random side quests she did, like Harley Quinn and all that other shit, Chromatica, I think, is her worst album. Now, do I own the vinyl? Yes.
I
Did I live at the time? Yes.
I definitely prefer all the other Lady Gaga albums over this one. I'll agree. Yeah.
But I don't think that the album as a like there are some good songs on this album. I personally love Stupid Love. Rain on Me, I mean hello, won a Grammy. That's an incredible song. I love that song.
I
But you know
don't
I love
live
Ariana.
personally, but yeah, it's cool.
It's cute, whatever. Rain on Me, that is just if you get it, you get it, I guess. Like that song really means a lot to me. Sour Candy was cute, but cute next to gorgeous. Replay is the best song on the album, period. And I'm glad that we got the album just to
and
get
it's
Replay,
and
honestly.
it's a Diana Ross sample.
And so,
The
you know,
boss.
the bus. Now
More movies.
everything else, chop. Alice is cute in the moment. Like if I hear Alice in the club, I would kind of laugh. You know what I'm saying?
The LSD
But
XOXO. Let me tell you something. You did your thing with that remix, though, bitch.
baby,
That's
that's what I was gonna say. The remix album clears Chromatica, but even then, the crazy part is she didn't even really have a hand in it. Like Charlie famously said that she sent she sent the 911 remix to Lady Gaga, heard nothing back, and didn't even know who was gonna make the album until it came out. Like Gaga had
right.
apparently just checked out, and I'm pretty sure she let whoever remix it and just have their full creative control. Because what was going on with her in this era was that I think that she would. I'm saying I think because I'm not necessarily 100% sure, but you can kind of read in the lines. She was an alcoholic. I'm sure she was doing some other type of drugs. I mean, my biggest enemy is me, Papa 911. Hello. Like, she was depressed. And I actually watched just before the recording. Um, she had psychosis during this, like, either yeah, right before, like during the creation of this album, she entered psychosis because Dr. Luke's bitch ass made her relive her trauma in the middle of a courtroom, and she went to the fucking mental institution.
He needs his
And
license revoked.
he literally this album is basically her literally trying to find herself again after A Star Is Born. So I would argue, genuinely, I think A Star Is Born was the peak because she was everywhere. She was back in Everybody Gets Graces.
I didn't
The
realize she won
general,
an Oscar.
she literally won an Oscar. Like, middle America knows who she is again. They don't see her as the weird bitch making
Meat
fucking
dress
weird
girl.
songs anymore. They see her as a respected actress and singer. But in tandem, excuse me, when you want to go back to making music, I can understand how like you don't really know what's going on. That's why Rain on Me personally means a lot to me because if you remember what Arianka was going through at the time, you know, post Mac Miller, post all the fucking things, these were two depressed ass bitches coming together to maximize their joint slay. Now, she says in the song, I'd rather be drunk, but at least I'm alive. No, I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive. And she says, like in the making of Chromatica, that like she meant I'd rather be drunk, but like excuse me, she's saying I wish I was sober, but at least I'm alive, bitch, because I would have died. Okay. So I might not be sober, but at least I'm fucking alive. And y'all better be fucking glad that I'm fucking alive. And so Rain on Me is just basically like her accepting that she's not healed and that she's not okay. And this album, I think, is just trying to her piece herself back together. And I think that might be why it's not the best album, because it's kind of bland, because she wasn't exploring other themes. She wasn't really like experimenting. She's just trying to, in a way, figure out how to make a pop song again. Then we have a break. I don't even want to talk about Joker. I didn't see it, so I can't really talk about it. The girls didn't live, apparently. I did listen to Harley Quinn. That's for the cheek to cheek girls, and that's all I'm gonna say. Mayhem. What did you think? What did you think?
What did I think? I enjoyed Mayhem. Obviously, I've been tweeting about Disease since it came out. I think that is now my favorite Lady Gaga song.
Oh, okay.
I loved it. I loved all of the singles. When Die with a Smile came out, that really
Our legs
gagged
pulled
me.
back.
I did really love that. That's probably my top like five. Like I love Die with a Smile. I enjoyed Abracadabra, the video. It felt like a return to like Born This Way era. Like
Yeah,
there's something about it that harkens back to that. I haven't fully conceptualized it because it did just come out. But
yeah,
I have listened to it in full several times. I do enjoy it.
yeah. I think it's. I feel like it's a mixture of Born This Way and low key Chromatica, if you want to get into it. Because so at the time of this recording, Mayhem came out like what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I think as a whole, this album is great. I think most of the songs are great. I love Garden of Eden. I love Killa. Killa is definitely my favorite non-single of the album.
Right.
The David Bowie sample. I mean, hello. Hello. Loved the SNL performance. I love Zombie Boy. I love How Bad Do
Perfect
You Want
Celebrity
Me.
does something to me. Like that
I was gonna
feels
say that's giving her I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And I feel like
She
she could really like slay like a guitar solo, like a
mm,
like that. Like that just feels like a
mm-hmm.
very anthemic
Vanish, and she
song.
I don't have anything bad to say about any of the songs. Now, there are songs that I like more than others, but I feel like it's interesting that everyone loves Mayhem so much, and I feel like it's not that different from Chromatica. I don't feel like she got that experimental with this album in terms of like the sounds. I don't feel like she is necessarily singing in a way that we haven't heard before. It If you think about it, it's kind of a love album because she's engaged again. And by say again,
Sure.
because she's been engaged 3 times. Um, we have Michael to thank actually for this album because her fiance told her ass to get back in that motherfucking studio and make some damn pop music again. Bitch, he was tired.
Period.
Um, and I live. Shout out to Michael.
It just feels like this it feels like she's playing a Lady Gaga character again, and it feels like she's not trying to do anything else. It doesn't feel like she's trying to reinvent the wheel because
Mhm.
Chromatica as a concept, it felt like, oh my god, we're on a big planet and and everything. Girl, we just want Lady Gaga in America
Yeah.
singing
And that's
songs.
what she did. This is Lady Gaga giving the girls what they want. That's how I have to say about that. This is the Gaga that people have been asking for. The bitches who have been mad since Joanne. She gave you what you wanted. She gave you the songs that you wanted to hear, and she's doing it excellently. I really have nothing to say. It's not my favorite Lady Gaga album, but I think if you have been waiting for this type of song sound from her, there you go.
So closing the book on Lady Gaga, overall highly conceptual. She's best when she sticks to the brand, I feel. But also just understanding that underneath the brand is a very real person with real thoughts and impulses and things that she's going through. And I think it's interesting how that affects the music. And I think that in all. So, comment below. What's your favorite Lady Gaga song? Favorite Lady Gaga album? Did we miss anything? Email us at sixsongs4@gmail.com if you think so.
And now we're gonna move on to Six Songs Floor, and obviously this is Six Songs for Nachos. And because a lot of people were saying that Gaga was reheating her nachos, which I would have to agree. She reheated those Born This Way nachos.
Here's the thing. I love English as a concept. I love the English language and what it could do. How does one reheat? Like, wouldn't reheated nachos be not good?
I think that yes. I think that usually when people are saying that they reheated the nachos, they're saying that they tried to attempt to do something that it didn't work. but I think people were just kind of using it loosely when
I
they
think
say
at
Lady
this point
Gaga.
is people are just saying that it's inspired by anything that's inspired by
Yeah,
something else is somebody else's nachos, and it's like
yeah.
they're
I
better.
think that like
There are leftovers that keep better than nachos. I don't know.
I think that the whole nacho conversation, when you say reheating, I think usually people like some. I'll say how about this? I'll say some people mean it in a bad way, and some people mean it in a good way, and I guess it just depends on the context of what they're saying.
Right.
But I agree with you that like usually when someone's reheating their nachos, like for example, Tate McRae is attempting to reheat Britney Spears' nachos, but they're soggy and moldy. Okay,
I haven't
um,
clocked in yet. I don't know. Mhm.
knowing you, you might surprise me and you might live, but I don't.
Once again, there's so many new girls. I'm still gagging over Lisa. I don't. I can't. I'm old.
And her album was
I feel
bad.
old. I don't. I hadn't listen. I don't know. But like, I feel old. I
It's
don't know. The kids are just Kais and Ned and all over the place. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
truly don't care. No, Lisa's album was bad, and so was Jenny's. It's actually really sad. Anyway,
Who?
I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want. Girl, I told you, all the bitches in Blackpink got mononyms. Jenny,
I don't think I
Lisa,
know a
Rose.
Blackpink song
You probably don't.
other than
Sour Candy.
yeah. No.
So my first song is "Baby I" by Ariana Grande because those were Mariah's nachos, babe. She left them. She left that plate out, and she took a bite. She did. That is a Mariah Carey song.
There were definitely the Mariah branding was strong on the first album. They were really trying to sell that fantasy.
That song, in my opinion, is why she got the Mariah comparisons at the beginning.
Right.
Um, and it's literally the formula of she's singing normal and at the end she's belting like she's whistling like it. That is a Mariah Carey song. Like that is, in my opinion, probably the best example of somebody trying to recreate Mariah's nachos, and Mariah being the Mariah from the early '90s.
Very, very, very. You know what? I'm gonna change my first song because you said an
Oh,
Ariana song, and my three songs have a theme anyway. So I'm gonna change my
okay,
first song to "A Little Bit of Love" by Brenda Russell. This
okay,
song came out in the '70s. I think once you hear all of my songs, you'll understand like where I'm going. But obviously, this is a chord progression. Basically, my three songs are songs that have been sampled so many
oh,
times that it's just like everybody comes to these songs for a hit. So
okay, okay.
this is the chord progression of it's the way. It's the way.
By
I
Ariana.
love the way. Yes, that
Oh,
chord progression that's was
oh,
originated in.
the
Yes, that's a little
okay,
bit. That's a
okay.
little bit of love. A little bit of love can go a long, long way.
Oh,
That's Brenda Russell. So
work. Okay, cute.
yes, it has a cute chorus, a kids choir at the end, and kids choirs kind of always make me emotional. I don't know.
I live.
There's
No,
something
same.
about kids
People don't like
singing.
them.
Ugh, I just love when kids sing. Oh, it's a cute.
No, it's cute. Get the kids to
Um,
work. Yes.
and yeah, and once again, this individual song, "Not a Player," which of course Mac Miller references in the original verse. That's this also countless songs have sampled this. So
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
figure out which one I'm gonna take. I know which one I'm gonna take off, but that's my first song, and Brenda Russell's pretty
Huh.
fun.
Work. I don't know the song, but I also wonder because in the way he always says, "I'm not a player. I just crush a lot," and they would always bleep that out in the radio.
Well,
And I
it's
guess,
bleeped out everywhere because you people know the rhyme. It's like I'm not a player. You know, it's like you're holding the microphone up to the camera. It's like,
oh, I just thought it was like
do she love me? Do
I
she
thought.
love me not? It rhymes. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot.
Oh, okay, I just thought it was something sexual that I didn't understand. Again,
It's not the booty don't lie. Don't worry.
okay.
Do not worry.
My next song is "Ocean of Tears" by Caroline Polachek because she has gotten we don't talk about enough that she really is trying to be Imogen Heap.
I haven't really listened to Caroline Polachek, so I haven't heard this one.
This Caroline Polachek's entire career is literally just her best impression of Imogen Heap. I don't know. I didn't know for a long time, but
That's Mother.
it just is like the way she sings, the way her songs are produced. I would say that Imogen's production is a little more experimental than Caroline tends to be, at least on Pang, at least. But like, especially in Frou Frou, like, I mean, not Frou Frou, child, Chairlift, like, literally the fact that Caroline Polachek had a band called Chairlift, it's similar to Frou Frou. Like, her whole thing is
Chairlift
literally
is similar
just
to Frou Frou.
saying like the fact that Imogen had a group and then
Oh,
Caroline had a group, and then in Chairlift only Caroline speaks, and then in Frou Frou only Imogen speaks, and then the way that they're singing, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had a similar career trajectory, is what I'm saying.
hmm.
And I feel like also I'm aware that Caroline has other pseudonyms that she sings under. I don't know the names of them, but I know
I
that
didn't know
it's
this.
true. Um, yeah, so like I just think that whenever I got more into Imogen, I was like, wait a minute, Caroline, girl, please, like, because she made that comment a few years ago, being like, people say I'm Kate Bush or something like that, and I was like, bitch, first of all, no one said that. But if anything, you're trying to be Imogen Heap. And while I live for Caroline, you'll never be mother. Okay. Now, Ocean of Tears, this specific song, and I said all of that. I love Caroline Polachek. For a long time, she was the person I had seen the most in concert. I love Caroline, but I just had to whack her because, babe, we gotta call it spade a spade. Now, Ocean of Tears, I love this fucking song. And I love the video. She basically is saying like the chorus goes, "Oh my god, I want to know what this feels like to give me something tangled up in a real life. The only thing that's separating you and me tonight is an ocean of tears." So like this album is like in a way kind of like a breakup album ish. This is the one with Door. This is like the song that you don't like. Um and
And it's not
uh
that I don't like the song. It's just that I had a weird time
very
listening to it
interesting.
for the first time.
Right. But I was trying to think because I knew I was going to pick a Caroline Polachek song, and I was trying to think of like a song that is the most Imogen ish, and it was between this and New Normal. But I ended up picking this because I just like this song a little bit more. So if you're a Caroline Polachek girl, comment below if you like. Comment below what song you would have picked for the most Imogen sounding song. But I picked this one because the way she sings, like, "Oh my god, I wanna know what it feels like." It's just a lot of like, like it's just a very like up
Very
and
Imogen.
down, very Imogen. Like literally, it's her best Imogen impression. Like Caroline, we got your tea, diva. And the only thing that's trying to like, if she had the gloves, bitch, you know what I'm
The
saying?
gloves are hilarious.
Also, side note, follow Imogen Heap on TikTok. She is living her best life on TikTok. She is so quirky and weird and so funny. I live. She is just hilarious.
It feels like 20 years later. Period.
She's like, there's too many comments. There's too many comments. I can't. It's too much. And then she had that weekend filter on. I was like, baby, what is going on? She was making a song about the dancing rat filter. Like she's just she's enjoying TikTok and how we enjoyed TikTok 5 years ago. And I'm living for her discovery of it.
My next song, once again, famous samples. This next one is Rain Dance by Jeff Lorber. Jazz fusion.
Oh,
Obviously, Crush on You,
Jeff who?
Jeff Lorber. Uh,
Lorber. Okay, I might write
I,
this down.
I'll send them to you, girl. But
Right.
uh, Lil Kim, is this my gosh, not Lil Kim Crush on You. Hey yo, shorty, won't you go get but that's is that Junior Mafia or is that Lil Kim? Either way, the Lil Kim, different colors with Lil C's. That which
Yeah, I
was
think that's.
sampled in yeah, I'm not sure if that's a Lil Kim song or if that's a Junior Mafia song, but I'll correct myself later. Which obviously was sampled directly in A No No by Mariah Carey. Once again,
Mhm.
several other people in between have this is just a famous loop. The girls come for when they need a hit, when they need something real quick, done up, done up, bana, bana, da 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 da. Every time it's gonna do it. So
And does.
Jeff Lopez Nachos have been remade for years at this point. So we speak your name.
We do. And I don't know the song, but I obviously know the sample.
Yeah,
And Mariah, if you're
you've
listening,
tasted the
please.
nachos.
Yes, I have. And they're delicious. Mariah, if you're listening, please put the whistles at the end of the no no on streaming.
Excuse me.
We are begging. We are begging
Excuse
you
me.
to do that. Um, listen, leave it to Riley. Riley don't know the origin of a goddamn sample, okay?
Usually, yeah.
Now this last song, I'm just gonna say it. This is "All Up in Your Mind" by Beyonce. This is a Charlie XCX song, and I say that because
She could never. She could never.
I say that because obviously it's produced by A.G. Cook, but people don't know, and I can say this because I have gone a little viral talking about Charlie's rap. Charlie gets a little dark. I feel like this song gives me very like 5 in the morning. It gives me very like I just feel like if the narrative was Charlie XCX made the demo or the Beyonce made it, like kind of like the No Angel situation, I would believe it because I feel like this like I could just see Charlie singing this song. Would it be as good as Beyonce singing it? Absolutely the fuck not. No. I'm not even saying that Charlie would like I'm not saying that Charlie would do a better version of it. I'm just saying that it gave to me that Beyonce had been listening to Charles's music and said, "Okay, I can do that better." I don't know. Like if it had more auto tune and if it was like produced just a little bit differently, this is a Charlie XCX song.
What would
He
Charlie X?
don't have a fucking problem.
What would Charlie X do? XCX do on "I Really Love You"? Her voice would explode. The voice box would go
Don't
out.
do that.
What would
Don't do
she
that.
do? What would she do at that?
Charles can sing.
What would she do at that point, girl? Let's be
She would.
real.
I really love you. I'm not saying the whole thing. I'm just saying like this was, in my opinion, Beyonce taking the ingredients of a Charlie XCX song, looking at it, taking some things out,
Right. I mean,
mixing it
she
together.
got the producer. She got the maker of the chip.
Listen, okay? I feel like she looked, like I said, she looked at the ingredients of a Charlie XCX song, decided what she liked, put that shit in the pot, and made the nachos. Okay, but we have to acknowledge whose ingredients they came from.
You know what? Work.
I'm sorry, but like obviously Beyonce is very well read and like knows a bunch of different producers, but I'm like, it's also no shade. Charles did the Show Me Love sample before Beyonce did. She was eating off that plate. Cause literally like the year before, Charles did You Used to Know Me, and then here come Beyonce, You Won't Break My Soul. And then here come Beyonce using her producer. Like, I'm just saying.
My last song is "Juicy Fruit" by M2May. M2May, 80s, well, excuse me, 70s and 80s, legendary instrumentalist funk band. Several great albums and great hits. Obviously, "Juicy Fruit" was sampled in "Juicy" by the Notorious Big, therefore giving way to countless other artists, not only sampling the actual music of it, but just that drum pattern alone is so that boom, chipu, chipu, boom, like
Mm.
iconic, will be
Mm-hmm.
remembered forever and ever. Tamar Braxton, the one.
Yes.
Faith Evans has a song where she samples this. Like countless people have sampled this song and have used it to great effect. And the original never gets old. I'll be your lollipop. You can lick me everywhere.
Work. I didn't even. I know that's right.
And the music drops and it go, and the music come back in. Oh, that's late. Like M2May did not play. M2May did not play.
Period. I obviously don't know the song, but I will say that yes, Tamar Braxton had the best sample of it.
Right.
And I will stand by that.
Even that you know very well what you are. That's
Mhm.
literally how the song goes. That's how Juicy Fruit goes.
Oh,
Direct
period.
nacho lineage.
Yeah.
They sourced the
I
cheese from the
must.
same cow.
Exactly. Same pasture.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, all I have to say is Tamar Braxton. We speak her name.
Yeah,
She's the
twice.
silent diva of this name of this
I love
episode.
Tamar.
Me too.
Have you watched
They
the
say
show
I look
Tamar?
like a Muppet.
That's a
Mhm.
Drag Race reference.
Oh, I was like, what? I was like, I've seen Tamar and Vince.
No, no. Have you watched the show Tamar?
Anyways, let's run through the songs. My first song was Baby I by Ariana Grande.
My first song was A Little Bit of Love by Brenda Russell.
My second song was Ocean of Tears by Caroline Polachek.
My next song is Rain Dance by Jeff Lorber.
And my last song was All Up in Your Mind by Beyonce.
And my final song is Juicy Fruit by M. Tume.
Links will be in description below. As always, what songs will you have picked for nachos? I feel like there's lots of nachos discussions going on
Yeah,
these days.
I think that the nacho thing at this point we can come up with a new metaphor, or
Let this be the
we can just start saying inspired again. We could just start using the regular word.
yeah. Let's
'Cause
let this be the nail in the coffin.
yeah, I feel like because with the extended metaphor, people don't. It's not always funny. Like reheating,
No.
like somebody saying that Shakira was reheating Beyonce. Wait, she reheated her Beyonce frijoles or whatever for the that shit. Like the girls need to be inventive in that regard. Like to continue the nacho legacy, you have to be ahead of the curve. You gotta. What else could
Yeah, that was funny.
What else could we reheat?
No, yeah, because
Because
no,
I would
Shakira.
definitely would go to a fake Renaissance. No shade.
No shade, because Shakira said she told y'all she was taking notes. I don't know what y'all thought that meant.
And Beyonce is guilty of the same
Boots,
shit.
boots.
So literally,
It's
why
fine.
not? Literally, Beyonce don't go. Beyonce will go on a world tour and don't go half the places that Shakira is like. That's her bread and butter. So like,
No shade.
girl, untapped market. Shakira said, "Let me get this big ass statue and let me take it to Brazil. Let me take it to yeah."
Because Beyonce isn't going. No shade.
But
Hey,
they almost snatched her ass up last time she was in Brazil. Girl, she said everybody on mute in the Brazilian said, "Bitch, we ain't seen you in 10 years. Fuck mute."
she said, "Bitch." They said you ain't been here in 10 years. You want to be silent, bitch? You better sing this whole goddamn concert, ho. And now we're gonna move on to our next segment, question for queers. I have a question, but it's not like that interesting. If you have a question, but
I have no questions.
I was
I
gonna
know
say, how do you
everything.
like your nachos?
How do I like my nachos?
Yeah, like if you had a perfect plate of nachos, what would be on it?
To I'm an Arkansan, so to me it's cheese dip,
Exactly. Let's
bitch.
talk about that. Let's talk
Cause
about
let's
that.
pick that up. How you bitches are reheating nachos, bitch?
Bitch, where we
Just make the
cheese
cheese
dip
dip and you can just pour your own.
or queso if you want to get into it. Like
Like what? Like that's like somebody like the way that y'all be making nachos, like putting the chips on the oven and then the cheese and shit on top of that. That's literally like if somebody sold the cereal and the milk in the bag, and you got the cereal and the milk in the bag together. Like that's so dumb.
it's so weird to me. Like the fact that like when I moved here, so like okay, so what we mean by cheese dip, y'all, is because the girls don't know. They don't know. If you not from the south,
Woo pig.
you don't know. Okay, so nachos and the thing that Natalie Nunn, because we never even talked about the origin, the thing that Natalie Nunn wanted are different from cheese dip. Okay, so nachos are the you get the tortilla, you get the usually some sort of shredded melted cheese, the lettuce, the tomato. You can have a little sour cream, but I don't like sour cream. So I'm gonna say how I like my nachos. Then we gonna talk about cheese dip. So I like nacho cheese, chicken or some sort of meat, um, a little onion, a little tomato. I don't like sour cream personally, but you can drizzle a little chipotle mayo on there maybe if you want, or some sort of
Hmm.
something to give it a little wetness. And then a little bit of salsa and guac. That's how I like my nachos. I don't like beans personally, but yeah. Now that is the not. Those are the nachos that Natalie Nunn wanted. Okay, that is what people are talking about when we talk about nachos. Now, the superior dish, in my opinion, is cheese dip, which can we say it was originated in Arkansas?
I
Is
claim
that
that.
okay? We were taught that, but I'm like
That's an
still
Arkansan food, and y'all can fucking fight me. I don't give a fuck what
I
y'all
don't give a
talking about.
fuck. So there are also two different kinds of cheese dip because it's the cheese dip you get when you go to the Mexican restaurant, and it's the cheese dip you can make at home.
That's queso.
Right? Okay.
They got queso down.
So you talking about cheese dip?
I'm talking about cheese dip. I love white queso. Now, don't get me wrong. El
No,
Palenque,
because that's my favorite of all of them.
free promo. Let me tell you something. If any of you bitches ever find yourself in the Central Arkansas area, go to El Palenque. Tell them Riley sent you. That's my favorite fucking spot in this fucking bitch.
That's where
Anyway,
you took me, right?
yes,
Okay, yeah.
I live. The chicken
Yeah,
milanesa,
white queso.
them extra beans. Oh, girl.
You can, if you want to go to Senor Tequila, any of the locations, that's my favorite spot. You get you 2 chicken chimichangas, a la carte, babe. Get you a large cheese dip. That's the Kiara special. Mwah, okay, okay. Now cheese dip. Some of you bitches call it rotel.
That pisses
That's
me
like
off.
calling a burger. Why would you call a dish by its one ingredient?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Hello?
And the ingredient is already a brand name of a very specific thing that's only used for a part of it. Like you don't
That
even
don't
have to. You can make your own rotel. Like you don't even have to buy rotel. You can like chop tomatoes and like chilies and like
mind you, rotel is just the brand. It's not
it's
even
just
necessarily the
you're right. You
thing.
can buy off brand. There's off brand rotel. So like that irks me.
Ooh,
But you know, y'all
full
irk me
system, y'all.
a lot. So that's all right.
They try to get rid of the Department of Education, and I really fear for this country.
We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening. Email us at 6songs4 if you have any questions. It don't have to be music related at all. But if you have a comment, if you have a concern, if you have notes, Ariel, I still think about you, Diva. I hope you're doing well.
Yes,
Yeah. Let me think. I think at this point I've changed all of my social media to Planet Riley, so you can follow me at Planet Riley on
yes,
everything. Um, Kiara's Court
girl.
is
My shit will
back.
be below.
Yeah,
It is back.
Kiara's Court has been back, and it's been back for a minute. So subscribe on
Subscribe.
Substack.
Send me some bobs if y'all see it. I mean, we need everybody on Bob Watch.
Any Bobs in the Wild, a submission
Hmm.
box,
No, I need to have one, honestly.
a Bob box.
Bob Box, gag it, gag
Mhm.
it. I love that.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. We love you. Goodbye.
Songs for Songs for Songs for